The life of a 23-year-old third-year student at Jaramogi Oginga Odinga University of Science and Technology was cut short after her boyfriend hacked her to death in the wee hours of this morning at a guest house in Bondo Town. Kevin Agutu has more.
It was a day of tears at Kowur village in Rongo, Homa Bay County. Following news of the death of Valerie Apondi, a woman described as polite and warm by her relatives.
Ana neno. Ukikutana yeye ana smile tu tumesafunga tumerudi.
She was polite. She only talked when you could talk to her. And she was lively and loving to all. She was caring. She was also like a mother to us back at home because we are many girls.
A night out with her boyfriend at a little-known J&J guest house in Bondo Town ended in the dawn tragedy, as police say they fought over infidelity claims. The suspect is in custody awaiting to be arraigned in court next week.
The room was full of blood. Connie was arrested and brought to the police station, waiting to be taken to court of law. The body of the deceased was removed to Bondo Hospital mortuary.
Kevin Ogutu, KTN News, Siaya County.
Cupping, or hijama as best known in the Islamic culture, is one of the oldest methods used for detoxification and believed to be good at releasing toxins from the body. Our reporter Fatia Mohamed Noor tells us more about this practice.
This process is an ancient form of treating diseases. It's also an Islamic way of doing therapy.
Cupping is the drawing of blood by using specialized cups to create vacuum and suction from a small skin area for therapeutical purposes. There are two types of cupping, that is dry cupping and wet cupping, but the wet cupping is the most common. I visited 2 cupping clinics for both male and female clients. A number of tools are used in this process, as explained by Mariam, who is a cupper for women.
The tool we usually use for hijama. Every position has her own cup, yeah. Okay. Like this small one, we use for the neck, we use for the head. This is the machine we use to pull.
It is believed that a human body has 9 points of hijama, known as the Sunnah points in Islam. The most common point is the back cupping, where the patient's back is rubbed with either olive or coconut oil. The specialized vacuum suction cup is then placed on different points on the back while using a rubber pump to create the vacuum inside the cup. It is then removed as the back points are marked in circular motion. The cupper then takes a surgical blade and lightly cuts the skin, puts back the cups, create vacuum and draw blood. After 5 minutes, the cups are removed and the blood is received through dubbing using cotton wool. We also witness a woman undergoing cupping on her arm.
I had fear cutting it, but there's no pain.
Blood is finally withdrawn and the patient's results are out.
Yeah, iko toxins nyingi. So the best way anafaa kurudia ni treatment.
Spirit is then sprayed on the wound to clean it. Hijama takes 3 to 5 days to heal. For women, hijama can also be performed on the head, but the therapist uses honey instead of the bare skin. The male therapist Abdi explains the benefit of cupping.
According to our lifestyle, the air pollution, the water we drink, medicine, prescription medicines, we get a lot of toxins in our body. So we have to find a way of cleaning the blood. One way of cleaning the blood is hijama, the cupping.
For a woman, it is believed hijama therapy helps her reproductive health.
Akiwa na shida katika nini zake, period zake, anapofanya cupping, inampa regular periods. Kuna wale watu wanakuwa na shida na kizazi kwa sababu ya ile mishiba ya uzazi, anapofanya cupping inafungua pores zake.
In the medical world, though, not all scientists and hematologists agree on this form of therapy. According to Dr. Abdallah, a hematologist, cupping exists and was practiced during the times of Prophet Muhammad, but is yet to be embraced by scientists around the globe. On the contrary, Professor Mwanda, also a hematologist, says he has never heard of the practice, does not understand the science behind the treatment, and hence he does not approve of the method. But globally, some of the known celebrities and athletes have been seen embracing the therapy, including actress Jennifer Aniston, Jessica Simpson, Victoria Beckham, American swimmer Michael Phelps, and Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Fathiya Mohammed Noor, KTN News.
Quite baffling, I must say. Well, let's keep it matters health still. And have you ever been in a situation where you needed emergency medical attention? Did you know whom to call and what information to give? In an emergency situation, time is life, and the information you provide can be the difference between a life and death, as Dr. Mercy Correa demonstrates in this week's Health Digest.
As many of you prepare for the holidays, or you might have already started your holiday, some unexpected eventualities do occur at times. Do you know what numbers to call? Do you know whom to call? And when you make that call, do you know what to tell the person at the other end of the line? Tonight, I bring you what happens behind the scenes at the Kenya Red Cross Emergency Medical Services.
Thank you for calling Kenya Red Cross Emergency Medical Services. Good evening, JCT Service. We receive numerous calls from people all over the country reporting various maybe emergency happening at home, maybe road traffic accidents, maybe others are maybe hospital transfers.
To save time, what information should people have ordinarily to give you first as a dispatcher before you even start asking questions?
One, we would like to have the information of where exactly someone is calling from. That is very vital for us because, I mean, I cannot dispatch an ambulance when I'm not sure of where exactly you are. Something also very vital, we always inquire about what is the reason for them to call. If they're having a patient, how is the patient? How are they presenting? Is it a medical case? Is it trauma? You know, what has happened, you know, and all that. So as a dispatcher, once you get that information, you're able now to advise the client on what to do. Some people are able, you know, to follow instructions, others are not, but we always try our best to ensure that at least they are doing something while they are waiting for the ambulance.
Why is it a challenge? Is it that people fear doing CPR, or is it that they have panicked? Why is it a challenge for them?
Panic is one, and also fear, because then they are like, I mean, what are you telling me to do? Every now and then they keep calling back, where is the ambulance, where is the ambulance, where is the ambulance? And on that, we have the advantage of the zone control.
From this zone control system, the dispatcher is able to tell where the ambulance is, for example, and what speed it is doing. For example, this ambulance that was dispatched at 9:12 p.m. is on Manyanja Road, and currently 28 minutes later, there's heavy traffic. About 2 minutes ago, this ambulance was at standstill at 0 kilometers per hour. We are able to tell the speed that the ambulance is doing. The dispatcher is also able to tell where the traffic is light and is able to reroute the ambulance. The zone control is also able to give an overview of, for example, the fuel level of the ambulance. It's able to see the dashboard of the ambulance.
You're able to quickly check from the zone how far the ambulance is given the destination where they were responding to. So you're able to reassure the client that expect them like maybe this given number of minutes, and they are able to calm down and be patient.
Oh, here's what you do, Please calm down. As we speak, my other colleague is dispatching an ambulance. Are you in a position to give me the name of the patient, please?
Mm-hmm. 532, that's the house number. Okay, fine. Mr. Pius, which is your hospital of choice that you want us to take this patient to?
Count.
Okay.
Kikwata
Sawa then. I'm dispatching an ambulance right away. Okay, you're welcome.
We are currently responding to a house call at Imara Daima, and as you can tell, there's no usual siren that we are used to in an ambulance, and this is because it's 11 p.m. in the night, and there's not much traffic on the road. So we expect to be there in a few minutes. From the house call, they have just said that they have a patient who's unconscious, who's known to be sick.
Once we are there, we go down with our cardiac monitor. We do an initial assessment, airway, breathing, circulation, and all that before any action is taken. For example, IV access and all that. My initial assessment shows that the patient is breathing nicely. She's even seated, she has a pulse, she's okay. She's even speaking to us.
The caller was very precise on giving directions on where exactly this house is located, and that helps a lot in saving time. It's been exactly 1 hour since that call was made, the team responding to the house and finally making it to this final destination, the healthcare facility of choice, where the patient will get the care that she needs. Now, we move on to the next emergency. Dr. Mercy Korir for Health Digest, KTN News.